When you think of a dinosaur, chances are the image that pops into your head is the T-Rex. With its massive head, powerful legs, and those famously tiny arms. It has captured our imaginations for over a century. But how much do we really know about this incredible predator? Was it just a mindless monster, or was there more to the tyrant lizard king? Let's find out. Tyrannosaurus Rex lived during the late Cretaceous period, right at the very end of the age of dinosaurs, about 68 to 66 million years ago. Its fossils are primarily found in western North America, in places like Montana and South Dakota. This was a world very different from our own lush, subtropical environment, teeming with life and danger. And at the top of that food chain was T-Rex. When we talk about size, T-Rex was truly colossal. A full-grown adult could stretch over 40 feet long, that's about the length of a school bus. It stood nearly 13 feet tall at the hips and could weigh a staggering 9 tons. To put that in perspective, that's heavier than a large African elephant. Its head alone was over 4 feet long, housing a brain that was relatively large for a dinosaur, suggesting it was smarter than we might think. And what about that bite? The T-Rex had the most powerful bite of any land animal that has ever lived. Its massive jaw was lined with around 60 serrated, banana-sized teeth. These weren't just for slicing, they were for crushing bone. Scientists have calculated its bite force could have been around 8,000 pounds per square inch. That's like having a medium-sized truck pressed down on a single point. This allowed T-Rex to shatter the bones of its prey, accessing the nutrient-rich marrow insider feet few other predators could manage. So, what was on the menu for this apex predator? Its main meals likely included large herbivorous dinosaurs that shared its habitat, such as Triceratops and Edmontosaurus. Fossil evidence, like T-Rex tooth marks found on the bones of these dinosaurs, confirms these epic predator-prey battles. Some Triceratops fossils even show healed bite marks, meaning they survived an attack, fought back, and lived to tell the tale. It was a true clash of titans. But this brings us to one of the biggest debates in paleontology. Was T-Rex an active hunter or just a scavenger? For a long time, some scientists argued that its huge size and small arms would have made it too slow and clumsy to chase down prey. They suggested it mainly fed on carcasses it found. However, the evidence for active hunting is now overwhelming. Its forward-facing eyes gave it excellent binocular vision, crucial for judging distance to moving targets. Its large olfactory bulbs, the part of the brain that processes smell, suggest it had an incredible sense of smell, which would be useful for both hunting and scavenging. It was likely an opportunistic feeder, hunting when it needed to, but never passing up a free meal. Now, let's address the elephant, or rather, the tiny T-Rexin, the room, those arms. They were incredibly short, only about 3 feet long on a 40-foot-long animal. If you were a 6-foot-tall human, it would be like having arms only 5 inches long. For decades, people have joked about them, but they were anything but weak. The bones were incredibly robust, and muscle attachment points show they could have lifted over 400 pounds each. What were they for? Theories range from holding onto struggling prey at close range, helping it get up from a resting position, or even for social interactions. The mystery of the T-Rex's arms continues to intrigue scientists. What was a young T-Rex like? It turns out they were very different from the adults. A baby T-Rex was about the size of a turkey and likely covered in a coat of downy feathers. Yes, feathers. Fossil evidence from related Tyrannosaur species strongly suggests that T-Rex, especially when young, had some form of feathering, probably for insulation. As they grew, they went through a dramatic transformation. A teenage T-Rex was a slender, long-legged and fast runner, likely hunting smaller, quicker prey. It was only in its late teens that it bulked up, trading speed for raw power and graduating to hunting the giant herbivores of its time. This change in hunting style as it aged meant that T-Rex occupied multiple ecological niches throughout its life. Speaking of feathers, what did an adult T-Rex look like? The popular image is a scaly reptilian giant. While we have fossilized skin impressions from adults that show scales, it doesn't rule out feathers entirely. Some paleontologists think adults may have retained some feathers for display, perhaps on their head, back, or tail, similar to how an elephant has sparse hair. Reimagining the T-Rex with some feathers changes our perception of this iconic animal, making it seem much more bird-like, which is fitting since modern birds are the living descendants of dinosaurs. The life of a T-Rex was tough. Fossil skeletons show evidence of numerous injuries, including broken ribs, stress fractures, and even face-biting wounds from fights with other T-Rexes. This suggests they lived a violent, competitive lifestyle. They probably didn't live very long either. Most didn't make it past the age of 30. They grew incredibly fast in their teenage years and reached full size by about age 20, after which life was a constant battle for survival. So, how did this mighty reign end? Around 66 million years ago, a massive asteroid, estimated to be 6 miles wide, slammed into the Earth in what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The impact triggered a global cataclysm, widespread earthquakes, tsunamis, and a thick cloud of dust and soot that blocked out the sun, causing a global winter. Plants died, herbivores starved, and in turn, the carnivores at the top of the food chain, like T-Rex, ran out of food. In a geologic blink of an eye, the long rule of the dinosaurs, and their king, came to an end. But the legacy of T-Rex lives on. It continues to be a gateway for many people into the incredible world of science and natural history. Every new fossil discovery gives us another piece of the puzzle, refining our understanding of this magnificent animal and the world it inhabited, from a fearsome movie monster to a complex, feathered, and highly successful predator. Our view of Tyrannosaurus Rex is always evolving. It wasn't just a king, it was a survivor. a parent, and one of the most incredible creatures to ever walk the earth. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. What do you find most fascinating about the T-Rex? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.